Hi everybody, Manucha here from Moms and Crafters, and today I'm going to teach you how to make this flip-flop look super cool using these. Check it out. So this is a hair tie braiding method that is really simple and fun to learn. I've done a number of them on headbands and I've shared them all over my channel. I definitely recommend that you try the headbands first just because it is a more beginner level of this. But I'm going to show you how to do the flip-flops. So stay tuned. So to do this, I'm using a very neutral, mature kind of palette, just because I wanted to show you how you really can grow this craft up. And I'm using these knit sort of hair ties that are quite inexpensive to purchase in bulk. Each flip-flop uses 48 hair ties. Now, I would like to try, I don't want to make them uneven, but if I do this again, I would try to spread them apart a little bit more so you have less color gapping in between. But this is how it looks. And again, you could use fewer colors. I chose to do a pattern using all the colors just because I really like the combination as is. And let's get started. So to start, you're going to take a hair tie. You're going to fold it over and you're going to you're like basically sliding it underneath, and you're going to open up the hair tie with one hand and grab the other half and go like this. Now, the way I did this was I did them all in the same direction so you can see that the loop is sort of on top. And as long as you're consistent with your direction, it'll be good. It doesn't matter which direction you actually do it. So our first one, we're doing up against the edge. And then you just keep on doing this in a pattern. Just like that. You get used to the motion. You could sit, relax, turn on a podcast, and all that. So just grab it and pull it over to the other side. I'm going to go ahead and cover this entire flip-flop strap with the hair ties. I'm going to speed it up so that it doesn't bore you too much watching this in slow motion, but I want to show you through the process. As you can see, we are positioning all of the loops on the textured side of the flip-flop. So as it turns, we also turn it. Now, when we get here, we're simply just gonna, do the next one right next to it. And we're still making sure that all of our loops face the inside and we're continuing in a straight line. You definitely can try to incorporate that either as a separate part or not. But I do think that keeping that narrow is important to keep the flip-flop wearable. And as we're getting closer to the corner, it's a little bit more difficult, but we do want to go to the end. And we're going to end with blue because that's what we ended with on the other one. So for consistency, and you see we turned it again. All right, now the process of sort of creating this braid involves looping the hair ties together. So the way to do this is very simple. This is my favorite part. I really like seeing it come together. You take your first one, open it with 2 fingers, grab the next loop. Open that, grab the next, open that, grab the next. And you just go along the whole thing. You should be running this braid along the top of the pattern part, what was the pattern part of the flip-flop, and it's going to sort of wind its way around. And once again, it's getting a little bit challenging towards the end, but we got it. And you can see that we made this cute braided pattern all the way along. You can smooth it out. You can adjust the positioning. But now we need to finish it off. So this was actually the most challenging part of making this. And this is why maybe it's a bit of a next level project beyond making just headbands. So I clipped it so it doesn't come undone. And now we need to pop this out. Now, if you're using a cheap flip-flop, it'll probably pop out pretty easily. Mine is a little bit sturdier than the cheapest, dollar store ones. And so I did have to, it was too thick. And you could see that it has like a strong thing there. I pulled it out and I cut it a little bit. And it was totally fine, by the way. I know you're wondering if it's going to stay in after. It does. So you could do this with a craft knife if you prefer. Slice knife. It might be easier. All right. Let's do this. And now we should be able to, you might have to pull it up and out, but we should be able to angle it out. And again, if it doesn't work yet, first of all, you can try poking something to get it out. I'm not just using your fingers, but we are getting it out. And the harder it is, it's actually good because that means it's going to be sturdier. You can see we did ruin a drop on this side. That is not where we did the knife. That's where we did the scissors. So the knife was a better option. All right. So now to finish it off, we're going to take off this clip and we're going to just slip that over the edge. And that finishes it off. And now we just have to pop that back in. Again, cheaper flip-flops will be easier. But we like this one. We like that it's sturdy. And this part is easier. And you can see that it's totally fine. We do have a bit of tearing over there that we didn't get on the other one. I was a bit more aggressive with the scissor on this one, but it's still a fabulous flip-flop. And now an identical pair of flip-flops. This is a really, really fun craft for summer camps. For anytime you just want to customize a cheap pair of flip-flops, do this on vacation, do this at sleepovers, do this at girls' nights together or whatever. But one very important thing is that if you enjoy fun and doable crafts like this with clear, broken down instruction, make sure to subscribe to this video so you don't miss a thing. Happy crafting!